Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you are. My name is Master Robert, and it is my delight and honor to welcome you here to Master Sha's Tao Healing Center in the heart of San Francisco at 1549 California Street. This evening, we will be speaking about how to develop an unshakable heart. And so we will be going through the what, whys, and how. What is the purpose? Why would you need an unshakable heart? What is an unshakable heart? And how to develop it? So I think you will enjoy this evening. And of course, we look forward to seeing you tomorrow as well in our workshop. Before we begin, however, I would like to do a powerful practice and set the tone for our evening together. In Master Sha's teaching, he has what he calls the powerful 4 power techniques. And those are the soul power, the mind power, the body power, and the sound power. So the body power is how we position ourselves for healing. So we want to sit up straight as we're able, with our backs away from the chair. And this allows the chi or the energy to flow throughout our physical form. And the mind power is that creative visualization. So we're going to visualize light coming from 360 degrees around our lower abdomen, around that area that Master Sha calls the zheng, or our core. And the sound power is what we chant. And what we chant is what we become. And indeed, it is what we are. And finally, the most important is the soul power. Soul in quantum physics is the message. Soul is that golden light being. So we're going to connect with the soul of Master Sha's song, of Divine Soul Song, of love, peace, and harmony. Love, in Master Sha's teaching, melts all blockages and transforms all aspects of our life. Love brings the peace, and the result is the harmony. So again, I want you to just relax and focus, and we will chant the Divine Soul Song of love, peace, and harmony. So I want you to focus all of your concerns, have them melt away in love, any concerns or upsets you might have, bring them to this practice as we chant love, peace, and harmony. And we will chant in English and also in Master Sha's soul language as well. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. Soul language. Lula, lula, li. Lula, lula, la, li. Lula, lula, li, lula. Lula, li. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. Lula, lula, li. Lula, lula, la, li. Lula, lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. And we will continue to chant love, peace, and harmony. And remember to visualize that golden light surrounding your lower abdomen. Radiating, radiating, a golden ball of light. Radiating, radiating, expanding, transforming all of those daily concerns you've had today, transforming them with love. Love brings the peace. The result is harmony. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. Lula, lula, li. Lula, lula, la, li. Lula, lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. Remain in your heart. Remain centered, focusing on love. And I will offer a blessing with my soul language to have you fully present in this beautiful workshop of an unshakable heart, unstoppable. Dear all the souls present here in this beautiful temple that Master Sha has created, this Tao temple, we love you, we honor you, we appreciate you. Thank you for your presence. Dear all of the participants here in the room, we love you, we honor you, we appreciate you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being present. Thank you for your care and comfort on your soul journey. All those online, in the beautiful connection that we have here on Facebook and on the internet, webcast, the viewers from around the world, you bring your Shen Qi Jing, your soul, your heart, your mind to us as we chant together, as we sing love, peace, and harmony, as we transform any mindsets or attitudes or beliefs that we have. Remain present in this sacred environment for this beautiful journey that we will experience together. And as it unfolds, like a lotus flower blooming on your soul journey, you have committed to developing an unshakable heart. Remain in your core, in your zhong, surrounded with light, as I offer a blessing from my soul, from my heart to your heart. Hey, Thank you, thank you, thank you. How is a Chinese expression. It means great, get well, good job. And I share this soul song with you to let you know that hopefully you found the sound and the frequency and the vibration beneficial to you. You know, my story is when I was younger, and before I met Master Sha, I could not carry a tune. And in fact, when I was in church and the priest would say, sing, my mother would say, Bobby, don't sing. And I said, but Mom, the priest said it's okay. But that's for other people. So I say that because when I first met Master Sha in Hawaii in 2006, he shared the sacred soul song of love, peace, and harmony with us. And he sang it and shared the story about how he received it here in the Bay Area of California. And he was out in the Muir Woods area. And he was walking with some students. And they asked Master Sha for a song from the divine. And what came to him was his soul language. And lula, lula, li, lula, lula, li, lula, 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 li, li. And it translated into this beautiful song of, I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together with love, with peace, and in harmony. Why is love important? Love is the key. Love melts all blockages. And as we learn in other teachings, love is everything. And in Master Sha's terms, love is the Tao. And when you step into that Tao where everything is possible and everything can be created, that is love. Love in action is what we're all about. And how do we remain in that condition? Is by developing an unshakable heart. So during this time together this evening in the introduction and also on the weekend workshop, we're going to be doing some powerful practices to help us recognize what is an unshakable heart. How would you use an unshakable heart? And why would you want one? So one of the things that I could share is in my previous life, and that is earlier, I'm 60 now, but I worked for a major airline. And one of the things that airlines talk about is service. So in the airline industry, you have to set your ego and your attachments behind, and you have to serve everyone who comes to your counter, everyone who steps into your gate area, and everyone who's on your plane. So as you can imagine, there are endless possibilities of concerns that people may have and things that need to be solved sometimes and so forth. And I'm going to share a little bit about an experience I had on a famous date, which is 9/11. So on that fateful day, when those things occurred, we were working at the airport, and it was just an unimaginable experience. But we were called to serve. Those of us who were working at the airport, we had no idea what actually was taking place, what actually was happening, but we had to serve unconditionally. It wouldn't have served any of our customers to just leave them there and not have any answers or not get them on their journey or how to rebook them and so forth. So we had to have what we call that unconditional service, that unshakable heart to, under all circumstances, serve. And of course, many in our country, around the world, had also similar things. You know, imagine like in New York at the World Trade Center and so forth, the men and the women that served and helped all of those who had tragedies happen in their lives. So it was a widespread idea. So the beauty I want to share is that because I had met Master Sha in 2006, those experiences I had, it helped me when I met him to further develop that unshakable heart and to always serve unconditionally. So this is how we can look at a concern or a problem and never give up and never give in. And in my time, with Master Sha, when he would come to events, and we would help him with some of his travel concerns, because my experience at the airport, I oftentimes was helping with the travel. And it was just amazing that whatever obstacles would come up, he would just always smile and say, there's a solution. In the Tao, there's a solution to every situation, to every concern, to every problem. And he so beautifully responded in the moment, always with love. So even whatever the difficulties were, he would look to love to melt those blockages. So we want to look at how to remain in that condition, how to be unshakable, even when negative things occur and negative things happen in our life. So imagine or think, what in your life, what experiences have you had where you had to have that unshakable heart? And just give you a moment, maybe close your eyes and think of a time in your life where something occurred, a life experience that was life-changing to you. Maybe you had that realization that your physical form doesn't live forever, that your soul journey is eternal. And how can you develop your soul life, your soul journey? What can you do? How can you transform those negative mindsets, attitudes, beliefs, those egos, those attachments? When I was serving at the airport during that difficult time, it wasn't an option to go home. We stayed. We didn't serve because we were getting paid. We didn't get served. We didn't stay because we got overtime. We served because in our heart we knew that these people needed our help, and we served. And we didn't worry about having our union break. We just served. So again, focus on what characteristics are in an unshakable heart. And I'll go around our room here and check in and just see what it means to you. What does it mean to have an unshakable heart? And those of you on the webcast, you can write in the chat box what you feel is an unshakable heart. And on the phone line, we'll also open up the phone line as well. So, would anyone like to share what they feel is or what they think is an unshakable heart? What are some of the characteristics? Michael.
Being in the conditions so that you're able to serve all beings in all situations.
Be in the condition. Great. Anyone else? Lawrence.
I would say respond well or constructively in a crisis.
Okay. Critical thinking, constructive thinking?
Mm-hmm. Don't panic.
Okay. Anyone else?
Yes,
Christine.
thank you for the opportunity. If you're in the habit of thinking of others first, in a disaster, you're going to know what to do because you're going to be thinking about others.
Thinking about others. I'm going to write here consideration of others.
Mr. Robert, I like the James Bond saying "shaken but not stirred" as a kind of a joke, but it's true, you know.
So
So
that
you-
sounds like remaining calm.
Yeah, staying cool.
Okay. Anyone else? Yes.
Gratitude, being in the state of gratitude for your problem-solving abilities, which will allow you to apply them in the best possible way.
Okay. Gratitude.
I think it's like the person being steadfast.
Oh, on your left side.
From having a loving heart.
Steadfast and a loving heart. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
very much like the first one.
Okay. Anyone else? Yes, Paula?
For me, it came from transcending the dimension of believing and then stepping into the dimension of knowing. Knowing that if I come from my heart at all times, I'm always aligned with what I'm supposed to say and what I'm supposed to do. I do not know how to summarize that, but
Stay in the heart?
it's being
And
in your heart at all
transform?
times. Speak from your heart, think from your heart, act from your heart. Knowing that the heart is who you are and what you're supposed to serve at all times. For me, that's where my unshakable groundness about who I am comes from. That if I speak my heart at all times, I will always be aligned with who I am and what I'm supposed to do.
Okay, staying in the heart and always coming back to love. Love is the solution, yeah? Okay, great.
You know, when people's heart is broken, when people's heart is hurt, they tend to close it. And so I think also having an unshakable heart, part of that is resiliency to, let's say, negative influences or people who might not be so kind or so nice to you. But that doesn't make you respond with unkindness back. You have compassion, you have forgiveness in your heart, and I think so. That would be resilience, compassion, forgiveness, because it's so easy to get to close your heart to others when it's easy to keep your heart open when people are nice to you.
Right.
Right?
So the idea is to
No,
always
anyone
remain,
can do that.
always remain in your heart, yeah?
So
So let's continue. This is great. And let's continue with just identifying for everyone, so they can contribute to what is Unshakable Heart. Anyone else want to share here? Yes, Ryla?
Knowing that you are not alone and you have all these powers that are happening.
Knowing you're not alone. And there is power within the divine to help. So the treasures. Yeah. And Michael.
Also, I don't know if they're, I guess outer, you have your spirit guides with you to remain fortified.
So the definition of unshakable heart is
Well,
knowing you have your guides with you.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. Great. All right. Is there anyone else online or any posts?
Let's see. Yeah, there's a few.
Okay.
Here, you need this microphone? Ed? I got it.
Let's see. Deborah Judith says unconditional trust.
Trust. Great.
Yeah, unconditional trust.
Yeah.
Matt Nielsen writes, maintaining peace under all circumstances.
Peaceful, calm. Yes.
And Master Jeffrey Remus writes, remaining open, grounded, and without attachment.
No attachments. I'm sure all of us have maybe had an experience where we had an attachment to how something should come out and turn out. And when we surrender to having no attachments, the divine takes over and the beautiful solution occurs. Yes?
Total trust in God.
Trust in God. Trust in the divine. Okay. Perfect. And so, is there anyone online besides... Yeah, let's check on the phone. And Jean, one more?
Grace under pressure.
Grace under pressure.
This conference is unmuted. Callers may mute themselves by pressing *1.
And is there anyone on the phone line? No? Okay, no worries. And Lawrence, is anyone on Facebook sharing that we know of?
There are currently 5 other participants in the
And I'm sorry, oh, yeah, go ahead. I didn't hear what Lolly said.
Lolly wrote, thank you, love you, Master Robert, so glad to be here. And there's another person who joined, but there's no comments.
No comments yet.
No comments
Okay.
regarding that, thank you.
All right. Yes, one more. Okay, Ed.
Gavin Hardley writes, staying at all times in all situations in the Mingmen with an open heart to service. Quote, how can I serve you? With love, peace, harmony in every moment.
Okay, so that's Jeff. He was speaking of the Mingmen point, which is Master Shah calls the Tao point. So that's if we went straight from our belly button back to the back above the tailbone, that's the Mingmen, and that's a communication point. Okay, so stay in basically in the condition, but yes, more specifically in your Mingmen point. Okay. And Michael.
Tao Ding, inner stillness.
Be still in the condition in stillness. Okay, so this is all great. We have a beautiful list here of what we feel is the characteristics of an unshakable heart. Now, this is the fun part. We're going to take a test. And we're going to ask ourselves, on a scale of 1 to 10, and 10 being always having an unshakable heart, what would you rate yourself on the scale of 1 to 10? And just take a few moments to consider all of these characteristics that you have all helped us identify, that what is an unshakable heart? And are we in that field? What's the test? What's our score? How do we rate ourselves? It's good. Take your time. I love soul. I love all humanity. Okay. So let's just do a check-in on a scale of 1 to 10. How would you rate yourself? We could go around the room and share. Oh, and also you can keep it private, yes. Yeah, you don't have to share. It's a very private thing. Yes, yes.
It might be very private, so how arrogant would it be if somebody was to say that without always encompassing all the qualities that we just described,
Yes.
the unshakable heart that I feel is in the certainty of knowing that what the mission that Master Shah is describing to us is truly the true story of humanity. And my unshakable heart comes from that place. So I might not all have all those conditions, all those qualities at all times, but as far as where I'm centered in knowing what I'm walking, what path I'm walking, where I'm going, I have an absolute unshakable heart in trusting Master Shah and the story that he's telling us to be true,
Yes.
which is also the experience that I've had of this life. So I'm not
Yes.
just not hearing his story, it's my experience of life. So
Yes.
that's where I get my unshakable heart. And in that regard, I say, I say 10. I say 11 out of 10. Maybe it's arrogant of me, but I have no doubt, and I have no second other way. I don't have a back door open as a reserve story to go for if this one doesn't work. I don't have.
Yes.
So that's it.
So also let's examine this as well. And a time in your life where a situation occurred that you were just unstoppable, that you were just so committed to yourself, to transforming a negative situation. Think of a time when you were just unstoppable. I know for many mothers it revolves around their children, where the unconditional love for their children just comes into play, and there isn't anything that they wouldn't do to help their child. So that kind of thing in your life, think of a time or a situation where you were just unstoppable. And as you contemplate that, whenever you're ready to share a time in your life, and you would like to share, that'd be wonderful. Very important teaching.
I'm not really sure. Should we come up there or sit here?
That's fine. Yes,
Okay.
perfect.
This is when I think of instances. I'm not really sure how this qualifies, but this really just stands out because it requires a lot of forgiveness and just being able to have peace in one's heart, but not be attached to what's going on. And for the very first time I had something come up in my life that was just an intense amount of pain was with my brother. And he had felt so squeezed out and had turned to violence. And I have not with me, but with his nuclear family that he created. And I don't agree with any of that, but it was my brother. And I didn't feel a sense of, how do you say, loyalty to any of that. But to be able to step out of the situation and just be there to sit and listen and offer that to him when he just... that to me was a moment when my heart just opened wide because I could see how much pain this man was in, I mean, we were separate. We hadn't been in touch for a long time. But when I came back to see him, all this was going on, and I just thought, wow, this man has no one to talk to. And just to be able to... I listened maybe twice or 2 hours, and that was enough. And usually I walk away and I shut down from situations like that. But for me to be able to do that and then have that be enough in that situation, to have that compassion and understanding was good was what was needed for the situation. Yeah,
That's beautiful, beautiful sharing, because it speaks to that service, that unconditional love that you would have for someone, for another human being, to help with that situation, and to really know in your heart that you really are that, you are love, and how to transform and remain committed to helping others. Anyone else? Lawrence, did you have something you wanted to say? No?
You know, there have been a lot of emergencies that I'd respond very, very clearly. I get very focused, and it's almost like there's nothing else that exists in those situations. And, I would say that I respond very well in emergencies. It's the everyday life. It's when everything is okay and very structured and very what most people would say would be very secure and those are the times when I'm all over the place.
I think it's beautiful what you're sharing, because I think what it speaks to is that it's not about thinking. You're not going to think yourself to an unshakable heart, right? So it's just something that you are. It's in your being. And these beautiful characteristics that everyone has shared and done their check-in, to see where they are on a scale of 1 to 10 in that unshakable heart. So, there are many situations that come up in our life, and it may not be something that we necessarily want to do, but in our heart, we know it's the right thing to do. And this is, where we develop our unconditional heart is through service, really. It's through caring, loving, helping others, and really having that compassion, for our fellow man, fellow human being, and whatever the situation might be that comes up. And so it's not that we're going to think, I'm going to be nice today, there's a little old lady crossing the street and I'm going to help her. And I might get $1 or tip, or I might get some virtue in heaven because I helped this lady. It's not the thinking that. It's just going to be a natural thing where you're going to see someone in need and you're going to help them, So that's the beauty of that. And so when we get to that place, when we're surrounded with that light and that love, and we just expand and we just radiate from that spot. So the what, why, and how of how we are going to develop that is what we're going to be exploring in this introductory time together, and also continue on this weekend to help with that. So I would like to have everyone just relax and take in what you've shared, for those online, those on the phone, those here in the room, and quit thinking. It's not about thinking. It's not about what your mind thinks. It's what is in your heart. And I will do a chant and offer a blessing of love, a blessing of forgiveness, forgiving ourselves. Love and forgiveness go hand in hand. They are mirrors of one another. I love you. 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 I forgive 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 you. We forgive one another. 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 Bring love, peace, harmony. Bring love, peace, and harmony. I love you. 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 We forgive one another. 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 Love melts all blockages. Love melts all blockages. Love melts all blockages. Forgiveness brings inner peace and joy. Forgiveness brings that inner peace and joy. Brings Be love. Be love. Be loved. Be unconditional love. 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 Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, 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 love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. How. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you, love you, love you. So I thank you for spending this time with me as we examine our unconditional heart, what that means to us, and how we are doing in our scale of 1 to 10 in developing our unconditional heart in every moment. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now is, if there's any other sharings, we're going to invite Master Amena to join us. Love you, Master Amena. 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 Really, really love you, Master Amena. Really, really love you, Master Amena. Really, really love you, Master Amena. Really love Master Amena. Really love Master Amena.
Really love you, everyone.
Really, really love you, everyone. Really, really love you, everyone. Really love you, everyone. Really love you, everyone. Thank you.
Beautiful. So let's thank Master Robert. Thank you, 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 Master Robert. Thank you. And Master Marilyn is also here tonight, so I want to acknowledge Master Marilyn. So we really, really love you, Master Marilyn.
Really, really love you, Master Marilyn. Really, really love you, Master Marilyn. Really love you, Master Marilyn. Really love you, Master Marilyn.
Love you. So thank you, all of you who come. You know, one of the things that I've heard over and over is that it takes a long time to get to the center in San Francisco. But I'll tell you what, nothing compares to having to drive 2 to 3 hours as it takes in LA. So I understand. It may take a little bit longer than, when I first came to San Francisco, 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, you could go anywhere in the city. In 15, 20 minutes, you could go across town. You could get to the beach, you could go anywhere, right? Yeah, see? Not the case anymore. It's not the case anymore. San Francisco has grown up, and it's busy. It has a completely different feel to it than, because I've been away for a couple of years, although my house is here, my home is here, but I was basically coming in between trips. Last year I made 24 trips. The year before I made 22 trips. I haven't counted how many I made the year before that, but so it's been a busy few years for me, yeah. So being here in the city, I'm now, it's like a different city, and I'm sort of getting myself reacquainted with the grocery stores, the cleaners, and because I wasn't here enough to do those very simple things. But I definitely understand it takes a little bit. I was down in San Jose last week, and there was a tragedy. Actually, there was a tragedy on the Caltrain tracks, and of course, then that just meant it was a 3-hour delay, 4-hour delay, I think. By the time I got home, it was 4 hours. So I had an opportunity, though, to experience what a rush hour commute looks like, because I just went from one zone, 5 zones. I had to go through 5 zones, 5 Caltrain zones, and I could see the movement of massive amounts of people. So thank you all who are here in person. I'm very grateful to you for being here in person. I'm very grateful. San Francisco was very blessed. I want to acknowledge Lawrence. I want to acknowledge Ed and Jason. I ran across somebody sent me some photos. They were on the Facebook page for the center, which is Master Sha's Soul Healing Center. And they were photos from 2009. So Master Sha launched Master Sha's Soul Healing Center here in San Francisco on May 18th of 2009. So that's how many years ago? It's 8 years ago. We missed it. We were we were still here on the 18th, I think. Anyways, so we will celebrate. We will do a nice formal celebration. So that's a long time. Most businesses, 95% of businesses do not even survive the first year. Yeah. 8 years, we're still here. So that's a good sign. That usually means you're in for the long haul. Yeah. So and then in 2000 and May 27th of 2011, we moved into this space, and we literally opened the doors. I think on May 28th of 2011. So we've been here in this location now for 6 years. Again, not an easy thing to keep a retail store open, yeah. And we're not really a retail store, so yeah. But I want to thank Lawrence, and I want to thank Ed, and I want to thank Jason, who's not here, because they came to me when we first opened the center, and I was originally was started by Master Michael. He was the divine channel that was in charge, Master Michael, Hannah, and Master Peggy. But they were not they were not that involved, I would say, on the business side. So Master Sha asked me to help, even though I had a different task. I had a task of, I was the marketing director for the center and help with events and some other things. But I was helping, a little bit with the business, and then eventually I ended up taking over the center. Master Sha wanted to make some changes. So anyways, we were serving at a place called the Community Miracles Center. in the heart of the Castro on Market Street, right? And so we were there. We started out with one night on Tuesday nights. Tuesday night was our soul healing evening. And about 3 months into it, maybe a little bit longer than that, but I don't think so. I think it was very short. They said, Master Jimena, we need to be doing webcasts. You might as well have said to me, we need to fly a plane. You know, because I was like, what? Webcasts? How are we going to do webcasts? And they said, we've got it all figured out. And I said, as long as it doesn't cost any money, because we made so little, you know, and I had to have approvals. At that time, if I wanted to spend 5 cents on a copy, I had to go through, there was an approval process that I had to go through. So we tried not to have to go through this process because it could take a couple of days, you know. And long story short, because of their generosity not only of time, because I'm going to tie it back to this, because you think I'm just telling you a story. Wrong. You're like, what's Master Jimena talking about webcasting when we're supposed to be doing Unshakable Heart? Okay. Anyways, so because of their generosity in terms of time and in terms of money, they paid for the equipment. Whatever the equipment was, we were using, I think, a camera that was an extra camera from Master Sandy, but there was still, you needed switchers and computers and you know, generosity, not only time but money. But what they had was they had an unshakable heart. They knew that in order for the center to really become viable, not just for San Francisco, but around the world, they were unstoppable. They were not going to let me say no. And they showed up. They showed up with their equipment, right? And they said, we're just going to be in the back table. And they set up a table, the last row. Do you remember this? I have pictures. I actually found the pictures. This is why, yes, I found the pictures. Because Master Sha came, and he did an event there. And you guys did the AV. It was packed. The place was packed. They were unstoppable. And no matter what challenges we had with the AV, then, you know, there were many, many challenges. You know, this was a place where we had to go up. How many stairs was that? 55 or 75? But the incline changed halfway up. And then suddenly it got steeper, right? But when you're carrying book boxes, and suddenly the incline changes, but we were unstoppable. We had, initially, Master Peggy had, I don't know how much stuff in her cart, but it was something like 20 boxes and all kinds of stuff. We carried it up the stairs, we brought it down the stairs, packed it up in her car, and 2 nights later, then we were so happy, because now we could afford, we started to, we would have a donation basket that would go around the room, and all we had to do was cover the rent, right? We covered the rent, and then suddenly we were able to cover 2 nights. And so then it's how we got a second night, is because everybody was generous enough, they would put in a little bit of money into the basket, and we were able to then afford 2 nights. And so different people would come and help. You know, Master Peggy would pull up her car to the curb, and we'd unload on the curb, and then, you know, haul everything up the stairs. And then at night, right, we'd pack everything back up, bring everything down to the curb, and she'd go get her car and pack it back up. And we did this. And after a while, we actually had, we were doing events there like 3 nights a week. And then on Saturday, we started actually Tuesdays and Saturdays. I remember this, Tuesdays and Saturdays. Then we went to Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays. And then we went to Tuesdays, Thursdays, and then the weekends, Friday and Saturday, because on Sunday they had events, but they said you could do stuff Sunday afternoon. That group, and it morphed. And Master Henderson came into that group, actually. But that group had an unshakable heart. They were willing to do whatever it took to keep the center, which wasn't even our own space, right? To keep it growing and to keep it, and to help it to reach many more people. So at the same time, I was Master Sha's marketing director. I got us on, we were on Facebook, but there was very little activity. There were only like 600 or 700 people who had liked Master Sha's Facebook. So we started to do webcasts, and we were using, Facebook, and that combination just worked. I think we were webcasting on live stream, because I remember we were doing live stream. They were doing something else, and I kept saying we have to do a live stream, and we did live stream.
That's right.
We did live stream.
That actually was Jason's idea.
And we managed to get quite a following. So to this day, the center here has quite a following of people that join by webcast. So I thank you, Lawrence. I thank you, Ed, and I thank Jason. Now we have a video on demand page, again, courtesy of the AV team, which now has grown from the 3 of you. I was counting the other day, but I cannot remember what the number was. How many people are on the AV team now?
It's about
12?
Say maybe 8 or 10.
Maybe 8 or 10? Okay.
Probably half of that really active.
And the others are not. They're not quite Unshakable. They're on the executive level. They're offering. I love that. They offer a lot of advice. They make comments. Why don't you do that? But the unshakable portion is light. You guys are unshakable. No matter what happens, I was here, and Ed was, we're going to make this work. We have to, the webcast has to go live. And then, we realized we were only issue was we were 35 minutes early. So there were only 2 people on the webcast. So he's like, whew, okay. I said, now what about the Facebook Live? And then that was another whole, but not to worry. So I mentioned this because we have moments of being unshakable. We have situations in which we are unshakable. No matter what happened, on Saturdays, when we first opened the center, on Saturdays we did a soul healing morning. And people from all over the world, they joined us. We were at the hotel. And we were doing live stream on a what do you call it? A laptop computer. And we had to go live, and we had to go right on time. And Master Shunya is very good about this, being on time. So there are situations in which we are unshakable. Unshakable is unstoppable. Unshakable in our determination to create something that is going to bring about change in the world. Something that is going to create. For us, it was the desire to help as many people as possible to experience the power of the downloads, the power of the practices. We didn't have the Tao calligraphies. Like these amazing Tao calligraphies that are part of the Tao Chang. So many things, but so many things that we have now that my mind is like, wow, this is amazing. But what we had, was so extraordinary, and it's still extraordinary. It's even more extraordinary now. But what we wanted is as many people as possible to experience it. We wanted them to experience the relief of their back pain, shoulder pain, knee pain. We wanted them to experience the relief in their emotional pain. You know, I read an article today on, not in the paper, and Master Marilyn and I were having a conversation, and I said, well, Master Marilyn, maybe we could just print it. And Master Marilyn said, I'm transforming every aspect of my life, and I am not printing anymore. I said, okay, since I have a printer at home that I finally gave away because I don't think I used it in 2 years. And you know, things get damaged when you don't use them. Then the printing, those little printing, no, but the thing that actually, they put out the ink. Yeah, they get all, the cartridges, yeah, is that the cartridge? Yeah. So that gets all clogged and, yeah. So I just had to donate it because otherwise it's not going to work. It's not useful because I do not print anything anymore. Everything's on my phone. So on my phone, I read this article today that just shook me. It said that in the Appalachian Mountains, the suicide rate among teens, I don't even remember the number, but it's so high, and the use of drugs is so high. And nobody thinks twice about it. It has become so commonplace that they don't think twice about it. How heartbreaking is that? How heartbreaking is that? So imagine if we could teach that group the forgiveness practice. Imagine if we could teach that group the tracing, calligraphy, writing calligraphy. Why are they using drugs? No jobs. And the only jobs that are available are the ones that are in the coal mines. It's back-breaking work, and many people got started on the path of using drugs through injuries. Yeah. About prescriptions, yes. Yeah. So it was prescribed. It was not illegal drugs. It was their issue there was the use of prescription drugs. But now that's opened up the door for illegal drugs. Yeah. I want you to think about how unshakable is your heart when it comes to relieving the pain and suffering of others. We have a teacher whose heart is unshakable when it comes to relieving the pain and suffering of others. He will do whatever it takes to save one person's life, even if it means putting his life at risk. And I've seen this countless times, including my own life. Why do I bring this up? Why don't we stay with, I'm unshakable when it comes to the AV? Why don't we stay with I'm unshakable when it comes to selling Girl Scout cookies? Or I'm unshakable when it comes to, there's so many things people do that are, whatever it is that whatever it is that they want to do that makes them feel good. Because the spiritual journey is a journey of helping, of serving. What is service? Service is to make other people happier and healthier. How do you make people happier and healthier? You relieve their suffering. Some people suffer a little bit. Some people suffer a lot. what's extraordinary to me is that despite how much pain some people are in, they keep moving forward. They keep working hard to feed their children. To be able to do one little thing that would bring a smile to their children's face. That might make it possible for their children to not have to work in a factory, to not have to work as a housekeeper, to not have to work as a laborer of some sort. So their children could go to school, can go to college. All you have to do is walk outside. You can see people who are struggling. To me, what's absolute, because I saw it, that day that I spent 4 hours on the trains, yeah? I saw mothers, I saw fathers, I saw wives, I saw husbands, I saw sons, I saw daughters, I saw sisters, I saw brothers. I saw how we interact with each other. My third eye is open. I'm one of those people that can see through their open eyes. So I see someone, I can see their physical being, I can also see the spiritual images. The pain that some people are carrying is very high. Yet they're still loving. They're still kind. They're still compassionate. They're still putting one foot in front of the other. They get up every morning and they do it again, and they do it again, and they do it again. My father was like this. My father's karma was extremely heavy. My father did not have much joy in his life. Very, very challenging childhood. Extremely challenging childhood. Yet, and even in his adult life, nothing was easy for him. Nothing. Yet he got up every day, went to work, made sure we were fed, and made sure that we had a very good education, because he wanted us to have a better life. He wanted us to be happier, and he wanted us to be healthier. We are students of Master Sha. His mission is our mission. His empowerments are our empowerments. In other words, what he stands for is what we need to stand for. Right? He is made a vow to serve humanity during Mother Earth's transition. Having an unshakable heart is not an option. It's a requirement. For each and every one of us who studies with Master Sha. We have had the privilege, the honor of studying with this great master, with this great teacher, this great humanitarian. Why? Why have we had this opportunity? Somewhere in our lives, because we have lived more than one life. This is not our only life. How many of you believe in past lives? Okay, 75%. It's getting harder and harder not to believe in past lives. You know why? Because the frequencies on Mother Earth are getting stronger and stronger. The spiritual channels are popping up. The feelings of deja vu, and I've been there, I've seen this, I know this, they're becoming common now for most people. I've lived with this my whole life. But you know, when my sister's talking to me about deja vu, and my sister's not on the spiritual journey, there's a shift happening on the planet. So Master Sha knows what's coming for Mother Earth. He made a choice to be with us. He made a choice to teach us, to guide us, to empower us with many, many, many extraordinary abilities. Those abilities are available to us 24/7. How many of you in this room are Divine Healing Hand Soul Healers? Everyone except our guest. Yeah. Many of the people that are registered, the people on Facebook might be a little bit different, but many of the people on live stream are students. Almost every single person on that list I recognize, Divine Healing Hand Soul Healers. Those abilities are available to you 24/7. What stops you from offering service to millions of people is this. Unfortunately, our heart is shakable. Someone looks at us like, well, that's kind of an odd thing to say. Okay, I won't talk about it. I won't tell you that I have the ability to give you an extraordinary blessing for your back pain, shoulder pain, knee pain. So we don't talk. We don't talk about what we can do to help them, how we can empower them to actually transform their own pain and suffering. It doesn't mean that we are evangelical, because I think there's many people who are evangelists. That's their mission. That's their pathway. We don't need to do that. We just need to be very loving, and our hearts have to be open. And one of the things that many things cause us to close our heart. That's why we become shakable. Lawrence talked about this. Unshakable is, what did you say? Shaken but not stirred. Which means, okay, maybe you get rattled, but you're still firmly planted and you're moving forward. Unshakable means that we have a heart that is, we are unstoppable in taking bold action. I'm going to repeat this. We are unstoppable in taking bold action. That action is guided by our heart and our soul. Otherwise, it could be too much, right? It could be sort of like what is it called? The bull in a china shop? Yeah? Yeah. Look at Master Sha's example. Would you say he was bold?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Most definitely. How can we support him? How can we support him if we're not willing to be bold? Because you're not standing behind him. You're not standing next to him. In fact, you're not even standing. You've got to at least stand up. At least let's all stand up. Figuratively speaking, yeah. So, on the spiritual journey with Master Sha, you need to take bold action that is guided by your heart and your soul. Because caution, too cautious, and you lose an opportunity to touch somebody's heart. And right now, every heart that we touch, every mind that is expanded, every soul that is awakened is essential. I want to ask Master Marilyn. Master Marilyn Smith was one of the first of Master Sha's students, and of course assistant teachers, to open her spiritual channels within Master Sha's channels. And she's renowned in Master Sha's organization as having one of the purest channels. So I want to invite Master Marilyn. I've done, for when we prepare for a class, we do flows. So tonight we prepared and we did some flows about what is the purpose of tonight, what is the message of tonight, what's Master Robert going to do, what's Master Jimena going to do. And one of the things that we were guided to do is to have you hear from the divine, from the Tao, from the source, what is their definition of an unshakable heart of gold. It's not enough for us to have an unshakable heart. For us, we must have an unshakable heart of gold. So Master Marilyn, do you mind, please join us and offer us a flow? Yeah? Please. So let me suggest that we do the flow said, they may not be that different, but for the general public, it may not be that different. But for people who are with Master Sha, the subtlety of the language will make a difference between what the divine says to you, what the Tao says to you, and what the source says to you.
So you want all three?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I don't think they're going to give us long long flows.
Probably not.
Yeah. So everybody, what is a flow? A flow is when we connect with heaven, connect with God, Tao, and the source. Source is the creator. And we allow them, through spiritual practice, through extensive training and purification, our channels have been purified, and the connection that we have with heaven is quite strong. Master Marilyn, she's been doing this 16 and a half years, well, maybe 15. Okay. Because we chanted soul language for a year before it came out, and then once it came out, then we had to translate. So 15 and a half years she's been doing soul communication. I think we can say that is more than ample time to develop a very strong connection. So she's going to flow. Basically, God's going to talk to us, the Tao is going to talk to us, and the Source is going to talk to us. Hear from them. What is their definition of an unshakable heart of gold? So close your eyes, put your feet flat on the ground, make sure, you can put your heels together and you form a V. Then you can really become grounded and connected to Mother Earth. We need this connection to Mother Earth so we can receive nourishment from Mother Earth. Okay? But then close your eyes, put your hands on your lower abdomen, visualize light in your lower abdomen. When Master Marilyn's connecting, I already felt the shift in the energy in the room. Heaven has opened. The channel is opened. We who are listening are blessed through the frequency and then through the message. To get the true message and the full message, listen with your heart. I did not understand that for many years. What does this mean? Listen with your heart means open your heart. The words that Master Marilyn will speak is a small portion of the message that goes into our heart from heaven. This is the true message. And then you open your spiritual channels. This is why it's important you come to the Open Spiritual Channels classes that we hold through the practicums and more. And then you access that wisdom. You were in the Open Spiritual Channels last weekend? No? Okay. No problems. You can sign up for the VOD. Okay, Master Marilyn, please. And everybody listen with your heart.
My most beloved sons and daughters, this is the divine. An unshakable heart of gold is a heart that knows no boundaries. It is a heart that lives gratitude to the divine, knowing that all is gift. It is a heart that obeys, which means it is a listening heart to the guidance, the direction, the inspiration that I give. It is a heart that is loyal, that is always there to respond, not just to enjoy the bliss, but to respond. It is a heart of devotion which expresses the joy and gratitude of having received so many blessings, knowing and experiencing the treasures and stopping at nothing to bring these to others. Each thing I have shared with you has layers and layers of meaning. You can unfold them as you live them. You are loved and you are blessed. How? This is the Tao. My beloved sons and daughters, an unshakable heart lives oneness. A person has an unshakable heart because a person has experienced being one with all who are. A person has an unshakable heart because when another suffers, they feel the pain and they realize it is within their ability to help the other transform that pain. or to at least know that there is a well of love that is available to them. And all of this flows from and to a heart of gold. How? This is the source. An unshakable heart means that you have aligned with who I am. There are many ways to express the source, but one of those that is most accurate is servant. This is the quality of an unshakable heart. A heart that is not stopped by anything. There is no fear, lack of tolerance. There is only love that spills over to others. There are no conditions or limits. The more unshakable your heart, the more you have aligned with me. As this happens, the qualities of total gold will become more and more part of who you are. You will embody these qualities. You will become the blessing. As you go through this weekend, more and more of this will take on significance for you. How? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay.
Beautiful, Master Marilyn. So, did you get the essence of the three different messages? Yeah. So, the first message was really a message of shifting from looking at what's in it for you to looking at what's in it for others, right? So it's going from serving myself to serving others. It was a message of service from the divine. The second message was a message of oneness. Your pain is my pain. How can I relieve your pain? How can I help you to relieve your pain? Because if you can help one person heal, you can help all. helping one person heal helps the whole world heal, you know? So we help one person at a time. The third message was really a message of melding with the source, of having truly developed the qualities of the source. And one of those qualities is an unshakable heart of gold. Yeah. So I invite you to sit with that, those definitions, and really take them in. This is available. The flows are going to stay on Facebook. We'll check guidance, how long they'll stay on Facebook. They'll stay on live stream for 2 weeks. Listen to the message and really take it in. Really take it into your heart. Each time you listen to the message, you receive a different layer of the message. Do soul communication. Like Catherine's sitting here. So Catherine and Michael were here for the Open Spiritual Channels Intensive. Then do soul language. Ask the soul, ask your soul to share part of the message that you may not have heard. You were here, Lawrence? Yeah. So that's another possibility, right? You ask every day your soul, what was the message? What was the message? You use your soul language and your soul language translation abilities. So you can do this every single day. Each of us is called by Master Sha. He's made very big callings. Each of us now has to really step forward into the roles that we have been called to fulfill in this lifetime. That may be healer, it may be teacher, it may be soul communicator, it may be all of the above, it may be many, many things. But all of us now have to really step into our roles and take bold action. So I want to do something that we probably will only do once. And that is, I want to offer you a blessing with this beautiful source calligraphy. Normally, in order to experience the power of the source calligraphy, you would need to go into the Pure Land room. But in order for you to develop an unshakable heart, we have to clear some very big blockages. There's some very significant blockages. Otherwise, you would be taking bold action. So I'm going to ask this beautiful soul painting. You see how beautiful it is? We just got them back. They were just framed a few days ago. And they're absolutely exquisite. So this was created by Master Nina. How? Through her spiritual channels. She literally would paint for 7 to 8 hours at a time. The tiniest little detail, absolutely exquisite. Yeah. So these paintings, these soul paintings, capture the soul of the Buddha, of Amitofo, Lingui Shengshi, and Da Shizhi Pusa. They are the leaders of the Pure Land. I invite you to close your eyes, sit feet flat on the ground, make a request to help you develop an unshakable heart. 2-minute blessing starts. Open the heart. Put your mind in your lower abdomen. Visualize golden light. Open your heart. Really open your heart to the love that each one of these leaders in the soul world are giving to you. How? So if I could ask you to move the camera over to this, to where I'm standing, that would be great. Thank you both. Yeah. Connect with your heart. How does your heart feel? Does your heart feel open? Does your heart feel peaceful? Have you come into a state of oneness, which is what one of the flows said? What is different for you after this blessing? Master Marilyn, again, please. Yeah, please offer a reading. What has happened for everybody here and for everybody who on the webcast who received this blessing, including yourself? Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be general. So each person will be included in it, but there will be specific things distinctive and unique about each person that will not necessarily be articulated. Okay, does that make sense? Okay.
But they have spiritual channels. You have soul language. You have soul language translation. Use it to find out what specifically happened for me when I received this blessing. Okay? You can do that later tonight, Mr. Marilyn.
Our most beloved sons and daughters, it has been our great honor and joy to bless each of you with the blessings that each one received. There were significant Shen Qi Jing blockages to one or two aspects of who you are that hold you back, that put limits and boundaries on the service you offer. These blockages were replaced by light. And this light is very powerful, strong, and gentle. We have blessed you with the light that will transform. All you need to do is use the blessing you have been given. All you need to do is put into action the inspiration you receive. Each of you has been blessed with exactly what you need to be able to do this. This has been our joy and our delight to bless you in this way. These times are very urgent, and the blessings we have given match what you need to do in urgent times. How? Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. So we thank heaven. Sorry, Master Mel, I couldn't get up here quickly enough. I apologize. So we thank heaven. However you thank heaven, you do that. Thank you, Master Marilyn. You have to have a very pure channel to hear, to get the messages that succinctly. So this weekend, we're going to spend time together in here at Master Sha Dao Center, Dao Healing Center in San Francisco. This is a very special place. There are only 8 centers around the world that have the power and the frequency that's present here, that have a direct connection to the Tao and the Source, that literally is the presence of the Tao and the Source. You may or may not believe me, it's okay. Come, experience what happens for you this weekend. I know what happened for people last weekend when they were here for 2 days. I know that they went through very deep transformation. This weekend, we're going to go to a different level. This weekend, we will bring the Pure Land out to this room to support you in the opening of the heart, to support you. Why? So that your heart can guide you. You are here. When I asked heaven, why do people study with Master Sha? The answer is very simple. You have a deep desire to serve humanity. You have a deep desire to change the world, to make the world a better place. Unfortunately, what we do is we use that burning desire, we use it in our fighting nature. We fight the windmills, like Don Quixote. We fight the windmills. Forget that. It's peanut stuff. You know who would say that, right? It's peanut stuff. Forget the peanut stuff. Forget complaining that the coffee wasn't hot enough, that the bag that they put your groceries in wasn't strong enough. That's peanut stuff. Don't fight Muni. Don't fight, City Hall. Use your heart to bring about transformation for humanity. That's the goal. That's the only place where your fighting nature should show up. Otherwise, forget it. But even there, it should be a loving nature. There should be no fighting nature per se. But if you want to be unstoppable in something, be unstoppable in your drive to change the world, to make the world more loving, more forgiving, more compassionate, more filled with light, to create a world of love, peace, and harmony for everyone, not just the 1% of the 10% of the 3% that, I cannot keep track of, what percentage of the elite are, because it's the 1% of the 2% of, anyways, it's an elite group of people, okay? They can have love, peace, and harmony, too. We're not excluding anybody. We want love, peace, and harmony for everybody. We want love, forgiveness, compassion, and light to be the norm on Mother Earth. This is what's present in the Pure Land. This is why we want to bring you into the Pure Land this weekend. Come and be with us. Experience the Pure Land. Experience 2 days in the Pure Land. And then tell me, at the end of the 2 days, how you are going to change the world. You can call us, register. You can register right on Facebook. You can go to drsha.com events, mastershah.com/events, and then you look for San Francisco. Or you can call us at 415-971-7373. We're here to serve you. Master Robert, please come. Master Marilyn, please come. The 3 of us are here this weekend. Over here, Master Robert. No. On this side. Yep. Mm-hmm. So we're here this weekend to serve you, to help you, to open your heart so that you can fulfill your heart's desire. We're going to close by singing our thank yous. So we're going to start by thanking our teacher, Master Shah, who has taught us and has empowered us to be able to serve you. He is currently in silent meditation and will be doing events again, live events or public events again in October of this year. So in that 4-month span, there's a lot that we can do. There's a lot that we can do. So please join me in joining our hearts and souls together in thanking him. Thank you, Master Shah. 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 Love 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 you, Master Shah. We really, really love you, Master Shah. We really love you, Master Shah. Really, really love you, Master Shah. Really love you, Master Shah. Really love you, Master Shah. Really, really love you, the divine. Really, really love you, the divine. Really, really love you, the divine. Really love you, the divine. Really love you, the divine. Really, really love you, Tao Source. Really, really love you, Tao Source. Really, really love you, Tao Source. Really love you, Tao Source. Really love you, Tao Source. Really, really love you, Tao Temple. Really, really love you, Tao Temple. Really, really love you, Tao Temple. Lawrence. Really love you, Tao Temple. Really love you, Tao Temple. Really, really love you, everyone. Really, really love you, everyone. Really, really love you, everyone. Really love you, everyone. Really love you, everyone. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gong song, gong song, gong song. See you tomorrow at 10 o'clock a.m. Bye-bye, everyone.